APRC wildcard Sloane Cox is just 2.7 seconds behind MRF driver Gill. But on stage 6, a rerun of the 40-kilometre bull, the young Kiwi falls foul to a pace note error and hits a bank and retires.
Into 5, right, 20.
As the competitors complete the final stages of the day, Kiwi Brian Green in his Mitsubishi Evo 10 is 12th in the APRC, 39 seconds behind arch-rival John Louis Leroux, who's having a better run here in his Possum-born motorsport-built Subaru. Matt Jansen is ahead in 10th, but after lowering the Subaru's ride height at service, he's struggling in the ruts. 27 seconds ahead is local dairy farmer Ben Jagger, but he too is struggling with ride height issues. Indonesian Subhan Aksa finishes the day 8th in APRC and 11th overall, finding the roads getting very slippery, but happy to be posting times that are competitive with the very quick local drivers.
It was a difficult morning for us. It was fairly slippery comparing to what we had in Recce, and we overshot some junctions in the first stage. But I think we made some changes in the car in the last surface. We were feeling much better.
With 2 outright stage wins and other consistently quick times, Taguchi has raced back up the order, 7th in the APRC at the end of day 1. Brendan Reeves has struggled to come to grips with his ex-pattern Mitsubishi, quite different from the Ford Fiesta he's usually driving in the WRC Academy. Fifth in the APRC is Gaurav Gill. With brake problems through the day and now an engine issue, the Indian has not had the confidence to push and is nearly 1 minute and 40 seconds behind the leader.
But we had more serious worries. Our engine's been dying since the first stage after the loop, and it's not very happy at the moment. And the last stage we were just way down on power. It's as good as dead, and hopefully the boys can get it back together for tomorrow.
Ahead of her MRF teammates is Emma Gilmore, struggling with electrical gremlins in her Subaru, but enjoying much better handling and traction after extensive testing with the team prior to the event. 26 seconds in front is Richard Mason, doing an amazing job in a left-hand drive car that he'd never driven before. He's only 58 seconds off the lead.
Yeah, I am enjoying the Mitsubishi. It's been quite a learning curve. It's been nearly a decade since I've driven one. So, we've gone from a car that we know very well to one that I don't know really at all. So, the fact that we're fairly well on the pace is good.
McRae whacks a bank on stage 5 and loses time with a poor tyre choice. By the end of day 1, he's 39 seconds behind teammate Atkinson and second quickest in the APRC.
It's been a fairly good day. We went in the wrong tyre this morning. I think we should have gone in the narrow tyre. That was my fault, that was my choice. But then in the second run through the long one, we lost the intercom for, 22 Ks or something, the stage, which made it a bit interesting. But, I think we're third in the rally and second APRC, but a bit too far behind Chris now.
Atkinson is the man setting the pace, well ahead of the competition and on track to increase his lead in the Asia Pacific Drivers' Points. The next day, the weather begins to clear, and on these wonderful, fast-flowing New Zealand roads, Atkinson pushes his Proton Satria further ahead of the competition.
maybe 120.
Gaurav Gill is looking to close the gap on his APRC rivals. The Indian struggles on with a severely damaged car, only to finish things off a few stages later.
Indian press keep left, 4 minus right. Gaurav, you're kidding me.
By Wairiri, the 12th stage, Taguchi has got his MRF Mitsubishi back to a point-scoring third place in the APRC. But he too crashes off the road and retires shortly after this. Thankfully for the MRF team, Gilmore brings her car home in one piece and earns third place points for the team. Mason does a great job too for the Chinese Southeast Motor Kumho team. Third overall and second in the APRC team's points. Mason's team boss Fan Fan has another finish. Although problems on the first day that cost a massive amount of time mean the Chinese driver is way down the order in 20th place overall. Just behind Fan Fan in 21st is Indian driver Sanjay Takler, bringing the Pennzoil Proton home in last place. But at least he has finished, unlike his team boss.
Yeah, the boss, I lost the boss and I was not happy about it. But that's how the sports goes.
Gunaraju lost a rear wheel near the end of the second to last stage and for the first time this year has posted a DNF. The Cusco Proton team completes another event with Japanese driver Akira Bamba well on track to win the inaugural Junior Cup.
Yeah, really tough rally, but I'm really happy come to back here and really enjoy. Yeah.
His teammate Karamjit Singh now easily leads the two-wheel drive competition.
Yes, very happy with the result. Another win in the two-wheel drive category. So we've got a good lead now in the Asia Pacific Championship for the two-wheel drive. So very happy with that.
The Malaysian is forced to concede victory on this event, though, to young Kiwi wildcard Ben Hunt, who wins the class by a massive 12 minutes in a Ford Fiesta. New Caledonian drivers Daniel Palau and John Louis Leroux have battled throughout the Pacific events with New Zealander Brian Green. Here, bragging rights go to Leroux as he finishes 5th in the Pacific Cup points, but most importantly, ahead of Green and Palau. The position isn't resolved until the very last stage, when both Green and Palau hit the same bank on the same corner. While both make it to the finish, there is a smile on Leroux's face.
Yes, yes, for sure. That's the game, eh?
Yes.
APRC wildcard Matt Jansen gets his best ever international result, officially finishing 7th fastest of the APRC drivers. Subhan Aksa finishes just 3.2 seconds in front of Jansen, but more importantly for the young Indonesian, inside the top 6 against some of the best drivers in the region. 3rd in the Pacific Cup is a great result. One place in front of Aksa is McRae, who has this overshoot in the final stages.
Left minus into flat right, tightens the minus and opens.
But more seriously, he's already dropped lots of times with, yes, an overheating engine again. Reeves, happier with his car now, moves ahead of McRae on the final stage to be classified 4th fastest of the APRC entries. The Champagne and the APRC podium is reserved for fully registered drivers, and Proton celebrate a 1-2 finish for outright rally winner Atkinson and 2nd in APRC McRae. Green and co-driver Fleur Pedersen are classified 3rd. For Atkinson, it's been a comprehensive win.
roads are amazing, the best roads in the world here, and it's awesome to do it in any kind of car, and great fun in this one.
Atkinson really showed just how quick the S2000 Proton can be driven with a convincing win. Most of his APRC competitors are over 2 minutes behind. Kiwis Jansen and Jagger can be well pleased with their results against the internationals. Atkinson is building a clear advantage in the Asia-Pacific drivers' points. 23 ahead of McRae, heading to the next round in Japan. Gill is in the hunt too for the drivers' title. The 3 Pacific events have been supported by the APRC Pacific Cup. 22 drivers entered, with Indonesian Sungkar and Aksa taking the early advantage. Sungkar would have been assured of the cup had he not made this mistake on the final event, handing the title to Atkinson. So the Australian finished 23 points ahead of Sungkar, with Aksa third and Leroux fifth. The next episode will be the 2011 finale, Rally Hokkaido, Japan and China Rally. And keep up with all the action and results on our website, aprc.tv.